Afternoon, Salome B here, and today I want to talk about Iyanla Van Zam Fix My Life episode 11 with Nefertiti and Shelby. Woo, I just finished looking at it, and I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to post the link in where you can watch it. And I usually don't watch Iyanla Van Zam too much because sometimes she's a little bit too loud for me, but I did tune in to Nefertiti and her husband. And it was intense, you know? It was intense. So, what I liked, let me tell y'all what's going on. So, Nefertiti and her husband come back to Iyanla Van Zam to fix their life for a second time. Okay, so they get there, and nothing has been resolved. Nefertiti has not done any of the things that Iyanla Van Zam has requested her to do as far as her homework. She went to counseling, maybe 6 months of counseling. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and high depression, and that's with her alcoholism, and she self-medicates. So, they're talking about that, and Iyanla Van Zam's asking her, why are you back? Why did you come back? And she says, well, she's out of order, and she just needs some direction, some guidance. And Iyanla is trying to explain to her that you already got the information. You have to be on medication. She said, I don't deal with bipolarism. I'm a coach. I don't have a professional license to deal with that. So, Effie tells her the state of their marriage. And basically, they're not even sleeping together. They're not doing anything. They actually hate each other. And she's tired of the arguing. She's tired of the fussing. She's tired of the fighting. So, let's see what else they did. And she said Effie keeps ignoring her diagnosis. And that's basically what I saw. I saw her deflecting and just said, I need guidance. I need guidance. I don't need no medication. I need guidance, which is typically what black folks do who are in denial about their attitudes and their mental health. So Shelby and, Iyanla talk, and Shelby says he's not initiating sex with Effie, and that is where the relationship is. Shelby talks about he's suffering from bleeding ulcers. Shelby says there's no change, and he now wants to be a part. He didn't want to be a part of the counseling. He didn't want to be a part of any of that. So Neffy was drinking, and she was on the phone talking to some guy, and she said the attention that she got from the guy made her want to suck his penis. And so Shelby overheard that, and this is when the intense argument ensued with Effie and Shelby, because Shelby was telling Iyanla about the situation, and Effie said that he was lying. She got real loud. She was incoherent. She was angry. She kept calling him a liar. And let's see. So Shelby says to her, I'm not your slave no more. Thank you, master. I'm free, master. I'm free. And I thought that part was very funny because, the way that he was saying, I'm free, master. You no longer get to tell me what to say. You no longer get to tell me how to answer. I'm free, master. I'm free. So Iyanla walks out and says, look, I can't help y'all. Y'all are too lost in the mess and the baggage that you have. And she walks out. So Effie comes to see Iyanla and she says, I'm out of control and I just need to either accept the. Iyanla tells her either she needs to accept the diagnosis or live in a state of hell and confusion. So Neffy agrees that, yeah, she needs to go back to counseling, but she still doesn't accept that she needs to be on medication. Shelby, she talks to him and she says, you don't get to come in front of my camera and tell a black woman that she is no longer your master. And then she told Effie, you no longer get to yell at a black man in front of my camera with 5 kids. You don't get to do that. And I thought that was, I thought that was good. I thought that was good. And then another part that I liked about this episode, when Iyanla said, your mind is a muscle, and if all you are used to is unstable abandonment issues and you dealing with misidentification, she says your mind is no longer normal and you no longer have control of your mind. And I thought that that was very, very helpful that she said that, because when you're dealing with bipolar and depression, you have no control over your mind, not at all whatsoever. Because sometimes it's hereditary and sometimes it comes from broken homes or being in broken homes and broken families. And this episode really got my attention because I went through that with my children's father. We argued in front of the kids. It was toxic, and I didn't realize until I started getting counseling that I was damaged and so was he. And both of us was too damaged to be in a relationship. So at the end of this episode, they really came to a conclusion that their marriage is over and that both of them are too hurt to go on in a marriage. And both of them need to heal. Now, I know that her husband, he was very depressed. He was molested. He watched his sister be molested. He was molested. And when you have two individuals that are broken like that, it's kind of hard to make a cohesive family without the family being dysfunctional. So Iyanla has Neffy and Shelby, apologize to each other and just work on their issues and stop being enmeshed in each other's lives and try to control each other. But what I saw from this episode is both of them still love each other because they're still trying to control each other, but it's still codependent. And I'm going to keep on watching just to see where they end up at and whether they can come out victorious and be able to be best friends and raise their children, because they sure can't be in a relationship. So this is episode 11 of Iyanla Vanzant Fix My Life. And I'm going to put the link down in the description where you can see the episode. Like, share, subscribe. So long, be. Have a great day.